G'day guys, welcome to Pathways. It's a brand new show brought to you by betfair.com.au. Peter, what's this show going to be about?
Well, Jack.
Be about.
If I can call you Jack. Pathways is going to be a new show.
Call me Jack.
No.
Feels a bit weird.
I could call you Dickens.
Feels a little bit weird just like that. Look at that, punters.
It's like you don't get bitten by a filly at the wrong time. Like it hurts.
No.
Just a bit of a nip. God.
Gosh, you need a bit. Pathways, Peter. What's it about? So, what are some of the topics we're going to have on this show, Peter?
Well, we're going to just be focusing a lot on futures. Would that be soon to be no longer maidens? Maidens that we can follow going forward into another feature or another just metro race. And then
we're not going to have this week because unfortunately it's kind of like we went camping sort of Mildura or something. There wasn't a lot on offer. But we're starting to get in that good time of year.
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of like festival time. There's going to be a lot of maidens. A lot of good horses.
Indeed.
Starting to expose themselves to the world. Ready for the picking.
We'll also focus on horses that might come out of some strong metro races and potentially head to some feature races in the carnivals.
So through the next couple of weeks, we'll try and do a little bit on 2-year-olds because it's starting to get that time of year.
Yep.
But we'll start to look at the big majors as well as they build up. We're going to have a Maiden of the Week this week, which will also be a 2-year-old update.
Oh.
So the Maiden of the Week's probably got to be... with Caulfield abandoned, there wasn't a lot of decent races on this week. I think it's got to be Personal winning race 1 at Flemington. I thought the horse has a little bit of scope. It wasn't wound right up, but it walked like a proper horse to me. Thoughts?
Yeah, just cut down the cliches a little bit.
Well, it is actually scopy.
Yeah.
Is it not?
It's a 2-year-old.
It's a scopy
They're all
2-year-old.
Yeah.
Cool, more owned. Now, the way it won to the eye was proper. You got a little bit excited. And then when you get a little bit excited about Personal, you look back through its form, you got to be a little bit excited about Fresh, who beat Personal at Geelong on its debut. They look like, to me, the two leading Victorian contenders for a Blue Diamond sort of style race at the moment. Then you come back and you look at the punting form data that lobbed last night. It's average at best.
Well, it's another very slow race on the day, but I was surprised.
It's a slow early race with not a big close. You're taking these horses on trust at the moment. I think that there's going to be better horses that are either going to come that we haven't seen yet in Melbourne, or if anything from Sydney wants to come down, they'll just take the Blue Diamond at the moment. Race 1 at Rose Hill, the Mar Oustus trained Salsabil clocked a very big time.
Yep.
Very big time. So to put it in relevance, we'll put up the times that Personal has run, and then we'll put up the times that Salsabil's run. Salsabil's clocked the 4th fastest last 600, the 3rd fastest last 400, and the 5th fastest last 200 metres of the entire day at Rose Hill on Saturday, and it's the only race inside the top sort of 20 last 200, 400s that's gone below benchmark to the 600.
Yep.
So it's easily the best performance on the whole card, in my opinion.
It was the best performance on the whole card.
But before you get too excited and you let the plastics wind that thing right in for the Golden Slipper, which is where Kieran says it's going, it was beaten by a horse called Dame Giselle in the Gift, a $1 million 2-year-old race on Oaks Day, I believe. It ran a figure since then of a 9, which is just a bit bigger than what Salsabil's run.
Yep.
So I think Dame Giselle still has the sort of number 1 seed for the Golden Slipper at the moment. But there's a big performance by Salsabil and a really exciting horse for the boys down there at Caulfield.
Absolutely.
Warrnambool, Rose Hill, wherever else they are, they're everywhere.
Dominating.
They're a big joint. So that's the 2-year-old update. I'm saying I'm not interested in the Melbourne horses at the moment. You?
Yeah, I think you have to, in a way. Like you're expecting them to go to big fields, capacity fields. They're not going to hack along and slowly run races down the straight, are they?
I think the way that Personal walks, paraded in its condition, and the way it run, I wouldn't be surprised if it gets further than 1,200. You?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Jockey to follow. Something outside the box. I thought we'd nominate first up Regan Bayliss. I loved what he did on Causeway Girl.
Yep.
Pulled their pants down, just about got the chocolates on a $50 shot against the 4 biggest and greatest riders in Victoria, which I don't know if we've cut it or not, but was on the deep dive. The big boys. It was a great ride. I thought he's put some horses into good spots. Outside the obvious, I reckon he's about to hit a little patch here.
Yeah, well, he's been cutting his teeth up in Hong Kong against the creme de la creme.
I'd say he's only got about 2 or 3 weeks to get sort of moving though, as the big guys start to focus up again when the cash starts to develop. Yeah. But he's going well. better than it looks. Horse to follow and where, Peter? This is the pathway horse of the week. I'm going with Alabama Express. It won race 3 at Flemington and it did it very impressively. We've talked about it on the deep dive, but they walked here.
Yeah.
Walked. So when they go slow and they're decent horses, it's pretty hard to put a gap on them, and it did it. It gapped these horses. I thought it paraded heavy. I didn't like its parade, to be honest. Like, as a view to betting on it at Flemington, even though we already had, but I didn't want to back it again from the yard. I thought the way the race would be run, I think this horse would be better over 1400. It kind of makes me even keener off the performance.
Yep.
I think it would be more suited the further this race went. If they went this tempo to 1400, I think it would have killed them by further. Now, this horse, it ran a really big figure at Caulfield over 1400 before running in the good Coolmore. So it ran in the Gothic Stakes at Caulfield. It settled OSL and put him away over 1400. Beat Hilo, Defiant Dancer, okay horses. Then it went to the Coolmore down the straight. It wasn't suited at all. It was a really strong run, really strong through the line over 1200 down the straight behind Exceedance, Bivouac, Libertini, all the good horses. The best horses we've got at the moment is 3-year-olds. If I'm the stable, if I'm the owner, I want to avoid Exceedance, and I'm pretty sure the guy who owns it, Rupert
Murdoch.
Murdoch, he's in just about every horse there is anyway, so he probably doesn't want to take on his own horses. Why are you laughing at me? It's not Murdoch, is it? Whatever his name is. The Lightning Bolt man, he's got heaps of horses. They're all fast. He's won over 100 races. They talk about every time he wins a race on.com.
Oh.
Anyway, if I'm them, Peter,
Yep.
back to the fucking point of the show, please.
The horse.
Yeah. I'm going to target a race that they're not going to. I think, and he's performed well at 400 metres over Caulfield.
Yep.
I think the CF All Stakes, Group 1, weight for age, only a 500 grand race.
Yep.
But it's a Group 1 weight for age race. This is a colt. They don't care that much for the prize money. They want the Group 1 win as a colt.
Very winnable race.
Winnable race. He's won there at 400 metres at Caulfield before. I think you can back Alabama Express if any of the plastics will let you, which is a military operation in itself to try and get on. But if they will let you on, Alabama Express to win the CF4 Stakes is our Pathways horse this week.
Sounds good.